When you charge more, they're paying because you give them something that they want, right? Attention, a great experience, uh, options that you can't get somewhere else. You give them something that they are willing to sacrifice. All right, my friends, the Ultimate OD podcast, very important episode. What can you do to be a better doctor? It's not what you think. We have the closing thought of the episode. This is the Ultimate OD podcast. Here we go. All right, my friends, the Ultimate OD podcast just got some good momentum, starting the year off strong. We're almost done with first quarter. Can you believe that? Little things that I'm going to do with my practice. One, April, I'm going to a P3 conference, so I'm going to talk to other practice owners and put myself out there, where I'm at, highs, lows. I'm trying to figure out what's the biggest thing I want to learn. Where's the area I need to grow? I think the biggest thing I need to get right now is how to scale and expand, how to get myself out of the practice and be more of the owner, less of the manager, right? So that's something I'm going to look at. 90 days. I think you should have meetings with your staff, your manager, at least weekly. Your manager should meet with their direct reports weekly, but as a management team, quarterly reviews. Don't wait till the end of the year. Some of you don't even do a review at the end of the year. Let people know where they stand. Make sure that they're following the objectives. Are they ahead, behind? But 90-day review. Doesn't have to be long, but give them feedback. We're going to be doing that this year, trying to be on top of things. I only let them review, managers or me, end of the year. This is more of a quick, informal, hey, this is where you're at. This is what we think we need to do. 90-day goals. Remember, constant feedback. Otherwise, you will lose direction, lose focus. Okay? This episode, one of the most important lessons I learned becoming an optometrist was that in order for you to be successful, your patients have to like you, right? I know it sounds corny. It sounds like pretty obviously, right? I'm not just they need to connect with you on a personal level. I was talking to my associate, and she worked at an office, and she was just like, there's this optician. He was masculine, but he was very outgoing, personality. He'd meet with a patient. They'd get a LipiFlow treatment and then come out and buy 2 pairs of glasses. He was just able to connect and be there. And she's like, could sell ice to an Eskimo, right? Just that kind of connection and meet with the patient, get on their level and make things happen, right? And I'm like, we always got to be having that mentality, that selling ourselves, right? And I always use the analogy. I was a canvasser for a roofing company before I went to optometry school. And I just walk up, drive around, look for roofs that needed estimates, knock on the door, and if you ever have one knock on your door, that is tough, right? There's a lot that goes into that. They are instantly defensive. They don't like you. And how do you win them over? And I was really good at it. Like, I had a way of just connecting. When I go into the exam room, even if I've seen them a million times, I am still on. I don't care how sick I am, how bad I feel, how tired I am on. Hey, how you doing? What's new? Right? I always say, what's going on? Anything new? Right? They're there for an eye exam. What's up with their personal life? How are the kids doing? Right? I am going to connect with them on a personal level. And then I'll cut it off. Hey, all right, well, how's your vision? Right? Tell me what's going on with that. Well, let's get that dialed in, go from there, do my little refraction, and then, all right, cool, this is what I saw, and then following up with, tell me about this. I love asking college students or, what do you want to do? What are you going to do with that degree? High school students, do you think you know where you want to go to college? If I talk to a older individual, male or female, and they are like that 80-year-old that is just smart as, what do you do? How are you looking so good and so on top of things. I'm looking for tips. I am genuinely curious. Like, this is easy for me to do. If you're not naturally that personality, you're gonna have to work and find your way of doing it. But I am legitimately curious on their life. What do they do? How do they do it? How can I connect with them? Right? But I want to know what they're gonna do, what their plan is. And if I can offer any advice, I love telling people going into grad school, enjoy the juice. Right? You are so pumped up and happy right now. You're gonna hit that first semester of like finals and be like, what did I just do? Remember how good you feel right now. I was talking to a PT patient, a PT student, right? And she's about ready to go for her clinicals. I'm like, live it up. You're gonna go see so many things, and then once you get done, like, it's great, it's fun, but it's life. It's real. It hits you fast. You have this window of time where you get to go out there and just have fun. I wish I would have done it more. Right? And then I'm like, the coolest thing is gonna happen. You're gonna get done, and you know what? Right now, you just can't wait to be in clinic settings, clinicals, and see patients, right? We pay them to do it. You're gonna get out. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna pay you. It's the coolest thing ever. Like, literally, I just wanted to see patients, and then I got out, and people paid me to do what I love to do. It just, we connected. It was fun, but I'm sharing my experience with them, right? Or talking about like health things. If I've had anything that I can relate, I had this. I go through the same thing. When I'm working out, it's tough. I love to talk about, I have a bifocal now, 40, and it just fell off a cliff. My kids were pulling stuff close, and I'm pulling my arm away. I'm like, oh no, right? I talk to my patients about this all the time. Find a way to connect with them on a personal level, okay? And then I realized as I work with my associate, I have a good memory, apparently. I don't make notes. I just know, hey, you did this. I remember you going to school for this, right? And I have that conversation. If you don't, there's all the EHRs have sticky notes, ways to put in notes, what they do. Make notes. Remember that. People love it when you remember what they've done. People love to talk about themselves, right? Hey, and I know that you're doing a lot of grad school work right now. When you're on there, you gotta take breaks. Your eyes are not gonna get better during this time. It helps me sell my treatment plans, right? They have to like you and trust you. Liking someone is the first step to trusting someone. Have you ever trusted someone you don't like? Probably. There's some specialists, like, but it's few and far between. The people we ask advice to are the people we trust the most, right? Don't just think because you're a doctor, because they're coming and paying to see you, that they trust anything you're saying. At this time, day and age, Chat GPT, Grok, internet, friends, they trust them and their experience, albeit confused or not really fully understood, more than the doctors they're seeing, right? You have to win them over. Connect on their level. This is a marathon. Get them to keep coming back, and you'll see the third or fourth time, they're like, okay, you've been talking about this for 3 years. Let's get it done. I need that advanced IPL treatment. I need that progressive lens. I need X, Y, or Z. Make sure they like you. That is a focus of mine. And that's what Marty Carroll told me. It's like, dude, number one, do they like you? If they like you, you're going to be fine in this profession. If you can't get them to like you, it's going to be really stinking hard, right? You have to be in a setting where they're not coming to see you. They're going for the experience, and that's usually cost-wise. You're the lowest bidder. They don't care about what you're saying. They're not coming to see you. When you charge more, they're paying because you give them something that they want, right? Attention, a great experience, options that you can't get somewhere else. You give them something that they are willing to sacrifice their time, their money, something, the drive, because they trust you. The biggest compliment I get is when people move and they're like, it's a long drive, but we only see you once a year. We're going to come and see you, Dr. Lilly. Thank you. I appreciate that. I take it to heart. Every time someone's on my schedule, I take that as an opportunity to win them over. I also take that seriously, like they are trusting me with their eyes. I'm not going to give them a bad experience. Right? I don't win every time, but I'm arrogant enough in my head that I tell anyone that will ever listen, get them in to see me once, they will not stop coming back. That's the mentality I have. I hope you have that confidence in yourself that you give that kind of care. You're that good. Because if you don't think you're that good, they're not going to think you're that good, right? So that's number one, right? Make sure that they like you. Now, one of the tricks that I use to help people like me, and I know this is going to go against everything you've ever heard or any consultant, but listen to me here. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's what you do not do that's going to win a patient over. Yes, hear me on this. I have patients that come in all the time, and I want to have 100% capture rate. That they're going to come in and they're getting glasses, they're getting contacts, they're getting something, right? That's my goal. But they come in and they're borderline, and I'm like, you know what? You're at that point. You have a couple options. You could get glasses for distance, but it's not going to help you up close. We can give you custom reading glasses, but then you're going to be on and off. A progressive is where you need to be, but I'm not hearing that you're quite there yet. I think you're right on the fence. Let's just, when you buy something from me, I want you to get it and have it make sense. We'll wait another year. 50% of the time, they're like, thank you so much. Just, one of my friends actually said, I came to him and I told him not to get glasses. I'm like, oh crap, that's what they're telling people. But no, they trust me, right? And then the other half of the time, they'll be like, you know what though? I'm here because I'm sick of going on and off. Oh, all right, well then let's do this. I've already lowered their barrier. Like said, you don't need them if you don't want them. We can wait. And they're like, no, but I do want them, right? I want this. Like, all right, let's give you the best pair, right? Let's go after this, right? I use glasses as the example, but I do the same thing with my dry eye valves. Like, you know what? I can put you on a drop right now, prescription. It's going to make you feel better, but it's not going to cure anything. I want to get to the root cause of this. I want to help you out. Let's do this. Try it at home. Let's do this naturally. And in 3 months, we're not getting what we want. We have that option of the drop or the advanced therapy. What do you think? All right, we're going to do that advanced therapy. I'm not always going for the kill, right? Not always going for the big sale. You bide your time. You get them to build trust. And that takes time. When you're new, it sucks because you're looking at like, I want revenue. We have to pay for this new building I put over my head. But the beauty of being experienced is I know that I don't have to get everything now. It's a marathon game. And sometimes when your only tool is a hammer, everything's going to look like a nail. And every person, glasses, IPL. Once you get enough experience, you get in this game long enough, you'll know when it's time to go after it. You'll just have this feeling like, hey, we're gonna sell an IPL today. This person's getting glasses. They're gonna be dailies by the end of this exam, right? You might have that feeling. Or, you know what? It's just not the right time. We're gonna keep working on them, and then they timing works out. They see your associate. They say something that you've been saying for years. Like, you know what? It is time. Let's do this, right? You still win. That's the biggest challenge for my associate right now is it's a long game play, but she has the mindset that I have to make this happen now. And again, I would love it if she made it happen now, but we're in this together. We're in this for the long haul. You're not working on production right now. Play the long game. Build trust, and that will come, right? So you have to make sure the patient likes you. Connect on that personal level, and then it's not always what you do, it's what you don't do that's going to win them over, right? Take that for what's worth, but that will help you grow your practice. That'll help you be better connected with your patients, and that's my secret power if I have one. I love to connect on a personal level, build trust, and then to listen to what you suggest. And I'm never going to suggest something I don't think is going to benefit them because I know they're going to come back. And if they don't trust me, I've lost, right? So I stand by the things I offer. Yeah, some of them are expensive. Some of them are going to take a lot of time. But they trust me. They know that if I'm offering it, this is the best option for them. That's what I got. We'll have more for you next week. Where, oh, where has the time gone? We are to the closing thought of the episode, and today I have for you the parable of the three stonecutters. I will read this to you. It's a winner. A traveler came upon three stonecutters working at a quarry. When asked what they were doing, the first, I'm cutting stone. The second, I'm earning a living to support my family. The third smiled and said, I am building a cathedral that will inspire people for generations. The moral of this story: the same work can be a sacrifice, a career, or a calling, depending on how you see it and describe it to yourself. So maybe you're in the right place doing the right thing. You're just looking at it the wrong way. Passion often happens as a consequence, not a requirement. Ooh, that's deep, my friends. There's a man who's like hardest working person I've ever seen. He's like 80 some years old. Comes in with a sleeveless shirt. He's ripped out of his mind for an 80-year-old man. And he works by himself building decks and making like ramps for wheelchairs for people out of the kindness of his heart. And he did one of my decks, a deck on one of my houses for me. And he came out here and it's like, yep, all right, Nick, building a cathedral. These are my cathedrals. I'm like, this dude is nuts, but he literally thinks he's building a cathedral. And that shaped my mind. And then I saw this today and I wanted to share it with you. I like billions, Axe Capital, right? Like, I wanted to be Axe, right? Like, this is my thing. I'm small potatoes. Like, I am scratching the surface of what can be done. And like, so many people are so far ahead of me, but like, I have it at times when I'm in there and I'm that guy. I'm running this multi-billion-dollar business and this is what we're going to do, how we're running it. And I take so much pride in that and I love that. And that perspective, that passion. Oh. So whatever you're doing, it can be a sacrifice, can be a career, or you can be building cathedrals. That's what I got for you, Dr. Lily.